What up? And welcome to another episode of From the Script to the Screen, My Hero Academia Edition, episode 7 of season 7 is out now. So as always, gotta give a shout out to the studio, Bones, and give a shout out to the creator, Kohei Horikoshi. Appreciate all parties involved. It covered chapters 347 to 350 of volume 35. If you're just catching up, you already know round 2 of the war has started, and so we get a closer look into the very intricate plan that the heroes thought about so that they'd be able to separate the villains who we know have the actual advantage right now in strength and numbers in a way. So see how they thought about separating them, keeping the most dangerous people at a point, and then having the strongest people fight them. But of course the plan went awry because Deku was, I guess the best way you could put it, hijacked by Toga. But I do want to get into Shigaraki a little bit because we see him talk about the quirk theory and the fact that his body has evolved. The multiple hands that he's shooting out make it a very big danger, because if he's able to apply decay like they mentioned, you could only imagine how troublesome that would be, and it just makes him more powerful. It's what the doctor talked about, the fact that quirks were developing in such a way it's basically possible to have more one for alls than all for ones. So we're kind of seeing his theory play out in this battle, and keeping it on the theme of quirks, we can shift it to Toga because we see how much of a danger she is. We saw in the very, again, interesting dream that they showed with her a couple days ago, she just explained how her quirk and her infatuation makes her want to technically hurt the people that she loves because she wants to become them. And I know that's debatable because we could say 50% of that is her quirk making her not being able to control herself, and 50% of it could be greed. But regardless, that's how she lives. She hurts the people that she loves. And that's why she's such a danger to Deku, because his quirk danger sense doesn't really activate. It's real infatuation. And so she could harm him if she wanted to. My favorite panel of the week. Showing some classic teamwork from the kids. You guys know that they've been fighting together for a long time, so I've always been a big fan of how they're able to work together so well. The classmates coordinate beautifully, so it's always fun to see. And you guys see just how much the studio keeps that manga comic book style. I remember about 2 seasons ago they started incorporating the effects and wording them, so I thought it was pretty cool. Makes it look like a comic book for real, so shout out to Bones. But again, we are just seeing the other side of the hero society, or the quirk factor, and the fact that it's not positive for everyone. Some people's quirks is somewhat of a detriment to them and society, and they are punished for such. And so, like Dabi explains at the end, all these emotions, the League of Villains, each person has their own motivation for why they feel how they do, have come to a point and are deciding to lash out. So again, we are seeing things from the villain's perspective because they do have the upper hand right now and are able to express themselves. So I like the episode. You guys know I'm a fan of the League of Villains, so looking forward to next week. I know it's getting a lot of talk now on the internet with the studio releasing some visuals. Definitely one of my favorite fights, Dabi versus Todoroki. I love how they built it up at the end of this episode because it is very emotional. We know that this is basically a family matter, and for better or worse, it has dragged other people into it, and Dabi's very strong himself. Dabi's a problem, and I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. If y'all reading the manga. Until next time, peace.